Now, when it comes to the subject of reparations for black people for slavery and segregation, most white people in America don't believe that black people should receive reparations, not because they don't deserve it, but more so because the current generation of white people that's alive today wasn't alive when slavery occurred. And that is the argument that they're going to stick with. Or sometimes, not all the time, but the new theory is one of their new favorite lines is that, well, Africa sold y'all, so y'all should get y'all money from them. Okay. So let's just eliminate the money factor because we know y'all not trying to pay that regardless, right? So I started looking a little bit further into the Ukraine situation. I was trying to understand um, how did they qualify for billions of taxpayers' money and black people didn't. And what the United Nations said was that Ukraine, as a people, has a right to be their own nation. And therefore, if a people has a right to be their own nation, this opens the doors up for other nations to support this nation, a people, financially and with weapons to defend themselves. So when it comes to black people in America, we kind of got to start looking at things a little bit different. So based on what the United Nations said, instead of asking and begging for a handout from these people, how about we start demanding our rights to be a nation? That's what the United Nations said about Ukraine. The problem is we're not trying to be our own nation. We're trying to get a handout from a nation. They don't got to do nothing for us, technically. But the moment we start trying to declare ourselves as a nation, which we haven't done yet, we have a right to be a nation, and therefore China, Russia, and every other country across this world probably wouldn't hesitate to support this idea. You see what I'm getting at? Because at this moment, Ukraine wanting to be their own nation is just an idea, G. That's all it is. And the United States, along with other countries, are trying to help them reach that goal because they have a right. So just like the Ukrainian people have a right to be their own nation, black people in America, you have your right to be a nation as well. So stop trying to ask these people for free money and start declaring yourself as a nation.